Train, it's Astralis, it's JUGi, it's Heroic, it's a lot of words. And this game's about to begin.
Yeah, baby, DreamHack Masters, day one and match one. It's what we've all been waiting for. Heroic, T-side start on their map pick, it's Train. With Astralis in the outer yard, only 3 here. Dupree's going to find a first kill. Device dinked on the inner bomb site, but that bomb is already get planted on outer. We still have Astralis stacked on the wrong site, where they try and deal with this lurk of testers. They are at least getting the kills on A, but the bomb's been planted, and the retake is on with no kit.
Oh, yikes. And for Testez and Nico left in this 2-on-5, they are going to be hard-pressed to get back into it. Testez, the only man remaining, and even then, it only lasts for a matter of seconds. Astralis, they're going to find themselves the pistol round here. They get this locked in. My voice is broken twice in one sentence, and they're going to go 1-0 up to begin trade.
Yeah, and JUGi with 2 kills, best player in Denmark. We all knew it, Harry. This isn't a surprise to anyone, but no, of course, it is so exciting to see this guy in this team, right? After a good bit of time, you know, in Heroic, for example, dropping off for a bit, reappearing in Heroic.
Yeah, so that'll be Heroic, stacked up outside of B, and probably looking for this plant. You go, if I had to guess. They might just hinge on your every word exactly in this round. They're setting up outside of the B bomb site, and well, there's this guy, name's Device, pretty cool dude. He's got this M4 looking to do some damage in through the smoke. It's actually going to be ZipX doing the bulk of it, and forget I even mentioned Device, because ZipX, there we go. He does get it eventually. 4 kills on the board for him. And Astralis, they get themselves that conversion. They deny a bomb plant at B, and they have. Testez has gotten into B, and while all this is going on, Stown just still selling this little fakeroo into the A bomb site. Now that he's slowed right down, actually, he's available to come in late on this flank. And Astralis, they don't even like they're attempting this one. This is already the this is already the save, or at least it's meant to be. And, well, Stown is hunting down a couple of these guys, but they waste absolutely no time in getting their first round on the board here and now. Of course, the attempt at the bonus from Astralis, and Hugo, I have to agree with you, it did feel a little bit unfortunate there with Device's info peak and upper just being mistimed to actually spot the B play there. Could have been a very different round if they'd had just one more man at B, but that kill comes in at the site, they lose it, then they lose.
Bare minimum, force ZipX to an uncomfortable position, because that will allow a rotation from Astralis in towards B. And, well, right now, that's not going to be the case. The disc is killed Borum, and right now, Astralis are very hungry, hankering for fights, pushing the perimeter. Dupree and the Pop Dog, he's going to get dropped onto. Lots of damage, but Nico getting away with a kill. Astralis have the smoke down on Ivy, and a spam's going to hit Device down low. He returns the favor, but no one's come out well here for either side. Heroic are going to decide to leave that position and go back towards the B halls. 2 players above Pop about to drop. He just mows them down. Nice and easy stuff. That's going to leave Heroic in a real predicament. 2 players, very low health in a 2-on-4 against Astralis. So yeah, let's see what they've got moving forward. Another rifle round, like you said, board up around that save. It's a double setup with Device covering JUGi. The first AWP play, it's on Device. Good to see. JUGi gone very early. Device with an uncharacteristically missed shot, and that will leave his teammate in a very, well, dead situation. I mean, if Device doesn't hit the kill, JUGi is dead. So that's simply what's happened. Heroic have a man advantage. Device having to concede Ivy early and rerouting through Old Bomb instead. Astralis, in the meantime, look to take other areas of the map. And Pop Dog gets prodded, it gets poked. They lurk up Ivy in the form of Stown. He can come in on a bit of a backstab.
Let's see what Stown can do here. And he's going to be a pretty important player as this push is coming in over here towards the B site. Device, he is going to turn heads there by opening up with the first kill. ZipX now taking a bit of a peek at as well. Doesn't see anyone the first time around, but now through the smoke, Borum does find himself getting deleted. While they are ready for a man wrapping in through Ivy, it's still Stown finding the kills. This actually leaves a 3-on-3, and this now has the added pressure of a lurk, spurring Astralis deeper into the bomb site. They're trying to pick up the pace. They're trying to close the distance here, because they know eventually Stan is going to be there behind enemy lines, but they've dealt with everyone in the front line, and that only leaves you with this one man. He's too far away. The round is over.
Some teams really mess that up, and I'm so glad to see Astralis don't. So many teams will either focus one individual player to deal with that lurk, which cuts down the amount of players you have retaking, or stop the entire retake to focus on the backline. But the issue is with playing like that, Stown can delay as long as he wants, and if his team aren't getting the contact, Stown's not going to move out of spawn. Astralis go, well, he's on his own.
It's already over, and it's already fallen in favor of Heroic.
Nice fast little execute there from Heroic. A switch up of pace is certainly the solution after a lot of slow rounds where they've just been playing off the back of one kill and grouping for an execute. This one's a little bit spicier, catches Astralis off guard, and now this double AWP definitely has to have their work cut out for them as Heroic have one of their own, Cadian, brought up into this round.
He's about to potentially aggress into these upper halls. Tessus is holding for the pop dog push. But if Zipex does indeed go aggressive, he will end up getting that information that these halls are clear again. But he's actually backed away from that position. And Heroic, now having left this B bomb site all the way back towards T-spawn, 30 seconds, setting up outside of A. It's going to fall to the likes of Dupree, Magisk, and JUGi to hold down the firing line.
Yeah, well, Dupree, the first of which, already finding Tessus above the pop dog. That's cut off this split for Heroic. They're all coming from T-corner. Magisk has just dropped the smoke in 20 seconds. Heroic, this is a save. There's nothing they can do. Astralis was set up perfectly for this. With a double pop dog player, plus a man on the E-box watching the side of Ivy. That was JUGi with the AWP. Heroic, they just walk into an aggressive setup for Astralis, and they're not ready for it. That's an unfortunate round for Heroic. I guess they group up in B early, but it's very clear by the utility of Astralis that they know Heroic are there, right? Zipex is throwing in Molotovs, he's cycling all his grenades, trying to make sure he can delay as long as possible, and he hasn't even seen anyone yet, so it's more of a read. And Heroic, they just try and go clear with just 3-2 split, and Heroic walk into the 3. That is going to leave Astralis taking another round, and Heroic, again, want to throw in a bit of a faster approach to this one.
Well, JUGi's just been deleted. Borup following up. Magisk is here now, like trying to save the day a bit, trying to kind of pick up team spirit in this round. And I'm of course talking about the team spirit of Astralis, not the CIS legends. Magisk down towards Ivy, keeping his eye on this location, while the rest of the gang now try and take a position to deal with main. Magisk, though, he's got his head on a swivel, and this man is looking like Owlboy here. He's blowing that head around. He's finding kills left and right, but finally, Stan will come in with the trade, and now it's Device, 1v2. AWP in hand and falling back into the pop dog. He's looking for a means to this end of this round. Stan, eyes sharpened, looking into this A bomb site. Can't spot Device, and so Device is making pretty good time on this wrap round now.
Time is going to be the problem. Heroic, they might be going B through CT. This is a great call. It's going to be the last place Device expects, but now they reroute on old bomb, and that's walking into the path. The Device is on as well. He's about to get the info. They're not going to check it. That's the kill. 14 seconds. Trades out to the AK-47. The bomb on the ground, and Heroic need to get that plant in. Device has a spot, and he knows Stan's likely sticking it. Going to move closer and closer. On top of the train. Down in the sight, and the jump for Device. Oh, he gets peaked mid-air, and Stan closes the round. Great work from Heroic. They actually do manage to shut down that 2-on-1 rather. It looked, if anything, favorable for Device at a point in time with that flank coming through, but it's going to be Stan saving this one. Dear, oh dear. Closest they come.
Oh, he's going to find himself getting mollied out of Ivy. And this actually opens up a potential way in for Heroic. He's still floating around. The bomb is outside of B, though. So these guys in Ivy are nothing more than a little distraction. And now, actually, on the back of seeing Device's AWP ring out over at the B bomb site, this might be a change of strategy from Heroic. However, it's brains meeting brawn down in Ivy, and Magisk has come out on top. Cadian on 1 point of health, and Magisk almost with a double. He has turned Heroic away from this A bomb site. They're still sticking around. They're still looking like they want to go for it. But with 3 players here for Astralis, Magisk getting aggressive. Cadian, this should be the end of him, and it is. Cadian has been removed. Borup, Tessus, 2v5 now. You're asking a lot. They're not able to deliver. Borup left all alone. Does at least have himself this bomb, but
they might want to just charge into B, look for this bomb plant. Pretty common occurrence in these low buy rounds. Astralis are playing 4 outside, and with no rotate player either, Device was pushed up towards Ivy, so he's got a bit of a longer route, but he has begun said route and moved that AWP over towards B. Every time Heroic have come B, Device has been here, so he's been very, very good at knowing when to come in through this connector, when to assist Zipex inside of B. And I mean, to be fair, it has been pretty obvious, right? When Heroic are going B, they're silent on A. So right now, they're just going to walk into the firing line. Device fires off his AWP. Zipex waiting in the middle of the bomb train. Should be able to deny the plant as well, but he's looking to take kills before that. Dropping down, the Deagle pushed up. Borup has found Device, but there's another AWP coming through connector. JUGi getting very tagged up. He's careful. Zipex will clean up the job instead, and Astralis should be able to save that secondary AWP as well. So 7-3, the Ecos made quick work of, no bomb plant for Heroic, and that was kind of a must-have. You can see their money is pretty whack. They would be Eco anyway, but...
Stound's gotten very, very deep on A, and JUGi is not aware of this whatsoever. He's not even taking it into account. Oh dear, dupreeh doesn't know. As far as he's aware, JUGi has been holding main. Stound is just an unknown entity right now out in this A bomb site, and he's only armed with a P250, and I think he's worried that they know where he is, but they really don't. JUGi has got absolutely no idea.
Ooh,
oh no!
He's one pass.
They missed each other. dupreeh, he's behind you. dupreeh, I'm talking to you now, my friend. He's behind you. Oh my goodness, how has this happened?
What if JUGi makes noise? If he scopes, he's dead, and he has no idea.
How has he done this? He doesn't even know he's done this.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know. They don't know. No one knows. I don't really know how this is even.
And here's the issue, Harry. The bomb's coming back. It's going to come back to spawn. They're going to go, guys, walk through T-Con. It's clear.
Dear.
It is not clear. dupreeh is in enemy lines, not behind them, inside of them, and he's ready. He's waiting. Unless the bomb goes Ivy.
How's this happened? Glaive wouldn't have let this happen. This wouldn't have happened.
But this is perfect for Astralis.
This is great for Astralis now. Like, it started off looking like it was going to be a problem.
Oh,
but they're thinking Heroic, like, ha, main's clear. Yeah, we're going to... Oh, Stound does get JUGi, but dupreeh on the main push. Unsurprising.
Right? Assuming they obviously aren't going to pick up any more, which is usually a safe assumption playing Astralis. Heroic are only going to have 2 buy rounds in this half. Or 2 more. So, scary stuff. They definitely need to put a dent in this one, and Astralis are actually allowing them to do so. For the first time on a B hit, Astralis don't rotate device in time, and so it's just Zipex here playing very passive, looking to retake. Astralis are not going to be worried about this, but it will at least give Heroic that money they so desperately desire with a bomb plant.
That's the win in and of itself if you're lucky enough to be Heroic right now. They will get this bomb planted and now closing the distance. Device spamming this Tech 9. That's going to give his position away. And Testez continuing to go aggressive, actually runs out of ammo. Magisk and dupreeh, they put this back in a good situation for the Astralis side. 3v2 now. Orb still up in the retake. That's going to be in the hands of JUGi, and he's going to have to be instrumental here in this retake, holding down these post plants. The molly burns out Borup, and now they know where Cadian resides, but JUGi not able to get the shot off, and now just taking the bomb. Cadian, he's on it! Cadian's and he just about gets...
Astralis sweep the half here, or Heroic have a really, really good T-side and like to get 6-7 rounds. That's looking possible with Astralis' money on edge. Big grenade hits Cadian. Matches. Shooting.
No, not again.
Oh no.
He couldn't even see. Magisk, that's not fair. That's not fair, Magisk. Come on, you can't do them like that. They're Danish as well. Heroic, 3-on-5 now on the back of Magisk, just fully blind, mopping up the pop dog. And here comes dupreeh to help out as well. This leaves Stound and Cadian 2-on-5. Very invested in keeping an eye on this, and he will catch Cadian. So yeah, this would be nuts if Stound does it. But I don't know if he's going to do it. 1v5 here required.
Here's the audio, here's the audio falling back, that's something, and actually no one's watching the pop dog, so a bit of a free kill, but Magisk comes from above, Stound kills him. Oh dear, messy one. Luckily, there's only 15 seconds left. Astralis looking to stop this bomb from getting planted. Zipnix doesn't want him to cross to the site. He's going to play at the back of the train, does spot him, and Stound, he fakes it out. Zipnix just in the heads of his enemies, rent-free, doesn't even need to push, and even though he does, it doesn't move. Keep your eyes on that later as well. Heroic though, fast play up Ivy. The pistols are out and not for long. The Molotov will make quick work of them. It's a bit of a barbecue as Stound picks up a gun, but he's left again in another ace clutch situation.
Yeah, he was able to get it down to the wire last time back round, and he's dropped himself a smoke. Down at the ramp, Magisk actually aggressing into main, strips one from the ranks of Heroic. Stound has gotten out through Ivy, but there should be a man keeping an eye on this. Actually, he's slipped by, using that smoke. He's caught a timing past JUGi, and will end up taking care of a man at the A site. Now dupreeh shut down as well. There's only one man alive over inside of B, and with his death, the bomb is now given over to Astralis. Down once again, asked to clutch here for Heroic in another undoable clutch round, it feels like. 12 points of health to his name and a 1v3 to 5.
Yeah, Stound's had a great half, but he's been left in so many clutches, so many lurks and flanks that Astralis are just ready and waiting for together this puzzle as they go storming down ramp. Quick shot from Tessus takes the first kill, and Astralis, they've now figured it out. Not the full setup, not the full details and the grisly knowledge that Astralis are walking into a full setup. Plant coming through, but it will be denied, and now it is just down to one man, JUGi deep within the site, but he's past Heroic, and he's got a 180 into his... Cross towards a pop up for Heroic. They take their spawns and no one can stop them. The AWP is on B, and Cadian, he's fired off a shot. The jiggle forces a bullet out, and this AWP will have to run all the way back now. It's still the only man on this inner site, but that might need to change soon here. And of course, Heroic don't have the info. They don't have the knowledge. They've heard nothing from Astralis in this round. But that, if anything, should also be a big sign as to where Astralis are.
It's going to be available to swing back and forth between the sites. And as this utility comes on over, he finds himself back inside of A. Sound trying to hold close to main. Will put up one onto JUGi. Trades going left and right, but Cadian not going down without a fight, and that's exactly what he's going to get. 7 seconds. Time is the problem. JUGi's going to get this bomb down. They're trying to deny it, and it's not planted for Astralis. Barup comes in and finishes things off. Heroic, they put themselves as 7th up on the board. They deny a bomb plant to Astralis. They keep themselves in the driver's seat in this second half. And I think this is where, you know, if you're Heroic, if you're looking for anywhere to be bringing the heat, it's right here, right now. I think
continue to be a dominant force, but this is going to be the test here. Heroic starting to come alive, starting to pull things back. Do Astralis still have it in them?
Oh, well, a fast play down through Ivy. And this has gotten them close with the pistols. However, the utility has kept them in place. The Molotovs has frozen this Ivy push, and Sound removing them through the smoke. Deary me, they're not getting anywhere near this A-bomb site. Not with these AWPs in play. Pretty much all the kills in this round coming on the back.
Very heavy T-con setup with 3 players close for Heroic. With an Ivy smoke coming down from JUGi, they're going to have to peel some players away. Tessus looks elsewhere and tries to deal with that with a Molotov, but this is just all a bit of a ruse here for Astralis, who want to hit that inside site. Remember, the AWP, it's still here. Nico close in the bomb train as well. A Molotov timed well into the feet of Astralis, but they're going to go as soon as it fades.
Here they go, Stown opening up, but there's the equalizer, comes from a man named Dupree, and that's going to open up a route into this B-bomb site. However, Tessus dealing with JUGi. Trying to cut this clock now. Device taking matters into his own hands, swings on the peak. Ooh, looking for another. And Device pinned down inside of the site. 2 players fall, leaving it onto JUGi. But if one man could get you believing for Astralis, it might be this one. They're on the bomb. JUGi does the damage, and he's going to take down all 3. JUGi with a stellar clutch. And a flawless one at that.
Heroic using similar setups to some of the ones Astralis used on this CT side, right? Running that double pop, or at least, you know, a bait pop with support from the E-box, with AWPs holding close T-con. It's some bad information by just walking everywhere towards B. You don't have to run above those walls and let the CTs close pop here where you go. And Astralis, well, no tricks in this round, just pistols. Quick one as well. Heroic found 4 kills in the blink of an eye. Barup with a double and pop, and JUGi no bomb, and really no chance. Might just run out into B and see what he can do. But Heroic, they should be ready for this. Even falling off of the train, but Nico's ready. And there it is. Bit of a dink. Got close, but
was into the B bomb site. Heroic, they'd almost rotated away. It looked like for a moment there, this little bit of utility that JUGi had thrown in had forced a full rotation, but they've gone back to B. Heroic have realized they've seen this one before. They know what Astralis have planned in this round. However, losing Nico early on at the B site does represent some problems, and it's a very aggressive post plant here for Dupree. Now, this is going to force Astralis to have to take aggressive positions, and with so many players still dedicated to the back line, it's a little bit risky. However, that kill there certainly going to help out. You've removed the pressure coming from Pop Dog. You've taken a 5-on-3.
He spots Tessa's come up Pop, and instead of taking that fight, JUGi stops and hides in the toilets and makes the call for Zipex to come join him. Zipex walks up there, gets the kill, and JUGi never risks dying. And I think that's really smart. If you're JUGi in this position, you don't want to be taking every fight. You don't want to be looking to win every duel. Sometimes you just want to set up the best team in the world to do what they need to do. And JUGi get
Zipex still just waiting in Pop. The rest of the gang hiding in main. And I think there was a chance this A-split could have worked. However, with Heroic now clearing these upper halls, ready to come in on a Pop Dog flank, Zipex, his kind of timing here is everything. And Nico, oh, he gets up nice and close. He bides his time, and that's going to be 2 for 1 for the man in Pop Dog. Bear in mind, there wasn't just one player here, there was 2. The other one, Borup, he's all the way in T-spawn. He continued flanking. And Device, no idea, absolutely no idea that there's a man so deep. It's an 11. They get out an Ivy in this round, but they're kind of trapped here behind back green. This doesn't seem as advantageous as it might look. And there's the proof in the pudding. Very, very quickly emerging. Magisk and JUGi both drops down, going to go through this smoke and drops Device. It's Zipex left alone in a 1v5.
I wouldn't want to take away a victory or even how many rounds Heroic are getting away from Heroic in this game, but I think one thing that is clear of this T side is it's showing how pivotal Glaive is in this position. I'm not saying Astralis are lost per se, but some slow rounds where they're getting picked up by Heroic, they're getting pushed, they're not getting the chance to really run their own executes, and Astralis get into their default, and then Heroic just disrupt it with CT aggression. That's been this entire round. Look at it, a smoke push from Stown, Borb gets into main. The orbs have a...
I don't know, man. This is scary, though. Even with the AK, never mind. They try and Goomba stomp him. They fall on down, they land on the head, and Testes just tears it all apart. That is a slaughter.
Yeah, that's a weird one for a strike.
It's a very, very fast round, a real change of pace, and a change of pace is not going to change the results. Borup sends them packing. Testes in with another. It's Device and Zipex left up in a 2-on-4. They lose Device, and with his fall, they also lose the bomb. Zipex has got a foothold in B, but that tiny bit of movement, that tiny bit of running has given up his position. Testes has heard it, has called for players to keep an eye on the B bomb site as a result. Stown is now holding down, the connector. Nico rotating in through CT. And for Zipex here, yeah, this is probably the end. They're holding, they're ready, they deal with the problems that Heroic have been causing.
Now it's a fast one to beat Canadian. You could get overwhelmed here. This could be another AWP for Astralis. A dangerous decision. And there it is. They've overwhelmed him. They run through the Molotov. Nico trying to stall from upper. They've given away his position, but he's actually got the bomb under control right now. Astralis are getting aggressive, but really they should be getting passive. They need this package back under their hand, and Nico doesn't want to make it easy. He's been spotted. He knows, and he does take down a man on the receiving end, but Device has already got this bomb plant in, and with JUGi covering him with the AWP, this is a pitch-perfect round for Astralis. JUGi's missed his shot. He's left Device alone. 1-on-2 for all the marbles.
Oh dear, Device now is asked to do it all. The man to plant the bomb now is to be the one to detonate it as well. And he's going to wrap over here. Hiding, biding his time, does drops down, and now just Borup to deal with. Device is going to answer the call. He wins out the 1v2, and he keeps Astralis in the game.
Wanted to peek into an AWP posted on that site. Heroic want to play retaken, so a smoke down gives them room to move, but they also could be walking into a trap. JUGi's here on top of the trains, and even just letting go of Crouch would give him the view to back Ivy. They're going to boost. He's not seen it. He's not spotted it. JUGi can't tell, and Kaney's gotten 2 kills from a... Molly straight into main. Astralis giving no free room to move. The Dupree's gone out. The E-box smoke missed. It's not a problem. He's got a kill. He doesn't realize they're in Pop Dog. The Molly makes it look clear, but Testes is hiding behind it. Good play from Testes. Oh dear, the orb shot missed and be up, but that's giving Astralis a pick towards that inner sight, and they will not stop. They will just take every opportunity they've been given and go full on with it. JUGi another entry kill, and Astralis have taken B, and a 4-on-2 overtime for our opening map is looking locked in unless these 2 players on Heroic can stop it. Missed shot from Zipex. He's given his position away, but the Molotov buys him time, and this one looks impossible.
Oh, we're going to overtime in the server, but there's still time for him to recover. And I do think it's important to remember, with JUGi, first chance, it's going to be a bit of a slow burner, but Cadian Not looking to burn slow, he's looking to go out with a bang, and he's opened this round up with that kill onto Magisk.
Yeah, Heroic has got to be feeling good about OT right. JUGi, Device with his AWP above Pop. Not the play to double drop here, I don't think. He's going to set up his teammate to take control, try and drop Tessus, who at the bare minimum has been finding kills in this position. Oh, that's a great drop though. Halfway through the spray, it's on our toes and walking into this two-man setup in the A side.
Oh, and that's a big kill to find if your name just so happens to be Device. Now, Cadian will reply with one of his own, still holding down the connector, but a missed shot has allowed this bomb into the site. JUGi trying to plug in those numbers, and he will get the bomb planted. Borat boosted up and over, and JUGi will find him in response. So it looks like it's going to be Astralis taking the first round here in overtime. Device is even hounding down Cadian, and he's heard the scope. Device is going to
win trade in these coming rounds. Dupree's pushed very fast in the yard. JUGi's lost the bomb though. Tessus again gets value from this pop dog position, and he spots the legs as well. He knows they're coming down the ladder, or at least attempting to be, as Astralis also split T-Con.
Look at Down go, man. He's on a mission, and Cadian's even joined him. They've double flanked Ivy, but this has left him with like no one in A, and Device is keeping an eye on the wraparound. Now Tessa's still putting up numbers and still a threat, not quite able to best Zipex. And this is where Cadian, coming in late on this main flank as the second man, now has a lot of utility out of this position. They were ready for the first player. They were ready, forced down. But are they going to be ready for Cadian? He hears Zipex running overhead. He's holding for this peek back in. He's got the bomb outside of main. Dupree has cleared all the way through B, but this leaves him a long way away from this bomb. Cadian, the round is in his hands now. It's his for the taking, and Dupree has gone on quite the journey to get back to this A bomb site. Spots Cadian. Still has this bomb to retrieve in the grand scheme of things, and Dupree fighting, looking for the kill, is going to pick it up. 2 in the round for Dupree.
They'd love to at least put one on the board. This could certainly be it. Trades again come through, but just shows the bomb and Pop Dog. Astralis, they want this out of sight, and they won't be waiting around for it. Right now, Cadian's pushing B. He's going to have this info sooner rather than later, but Astralis are already out and about in the yard. Nico watching that cross. Styles drop the orb. The bomb follows, and now JUGi in a 1-on-4
all day to show us what he can bring to the table. Everyone watch this, because this is JUGi in his essence. This is it. This is the round. And another tag onto Cadian. Molly to follow up. Cadian gonna look to re-peek on the back of it. Now held back in Pop. JUGi, first kill on the board. Still 3 to find. 2 of them floating around this connector position. The other is Cadian and Pop Dog, and JUGi was aware of this. Starting to swing out. Does retrieve the bomb, has time to play with as well. There's a player in heaven and there's a guy at hell. Now if JUGi deals with one of these, is he going to be ready for the other? He's backing up into the man.
Fight, but he'll receive even more damage. Pop is free if Heroic wants it, but they don't know that yet. They've walked into the orb, and Device has taken the first blood. Tessus gets no say into this action, as he's at least taken up the position, but Device is rotated all the way around with this orb and swapped up with Zipex as well. Heroic, they're taking Ivy. They're looking to split this out of sight. And right now, Dupree's just pushed into Pop Dog. This could be problematic.
Oh, Magisk, he's got to nail this first shot, and the smoke's gone down, not able to find anything on the timing. This is going to give a route through CT. Dupree catches a man falling despite being blind, and even then, Device as well, ringing out with another. Somehow, some way, Astralis, they just might take this one back in their favor. However, that kill from Borat propels Heroic into this 2-on-4, and it gives them a bit more of a fighting chance, a bit more wiggle room out in this A bomb site. No one pressuring it from Astralis. The only kind of form of defense we've got is JUGi boosted up and an immediate re-peek available from Dupree in the Pop Dog. And he'll swing out, catches not 1, but 2 of the players coming alive. They're back in the swing of things. And Heroic, they try and come in with a fast A play. It might be a fast play out of this map, though. They've lost him.
Good in overtime. He's really come alive, and now he's looking to close it out. Just 4 kills away from that very point. Heroic, a man down in this round. They do have the AWP, and Borup is pushed up. He's yet to be seen. This is a valuable position. He needs to look the right place, though, on top of the train, and he's got the kill. Magist down. Device is going to pivot on the site, though. He gets a spot. He won't get the shot. Borup given a second chance at life, but he's walking into another AWP. Neither one is safe. You've got to be careful if you're Borup. Device has been taken down. Dupree trades the AWP of Cadian. Still one left up in the hands of JUGi. Dupree is still on the site as well. Good kill. Traded immediately. And now it's going to be down to a 2-on-2 with the bomb only just coming out of T-Con.
Borup and Sound. Such an important 2v2 to keep the dream alive, and Stown has fallen at the first hurdle. Borup now all alone. He does get that bomb planted, but that flash, that has ended him. His whole game comes to a close there. It's Astralis taking...
For Inferno, it's going to be a tough battle for a team that currently has a 25% win rate on this map, but they have an even lower one on Train. So let's not hold the numbers against Heroic. But those Betway odds, they certainly do hold the numbers against Heroic. 7 to the 1.04 of Astralis. Well, certainly favored in this series are Astralis, moving to one of their better maps, if not their best. So let's see what they got in store for us. That banana device goes into the setup, but there are 3 men here. The grenade follows that kill, but Astralis are a little bit further back, and JUGi's actually going to manage to trade 40A site.
Yes, indeed, Hugo. Nico going to get Molotov'd out of the pit and looking for these kills. However, he's been betrayed by his little tapping finger. Oh dear, Nico. Oh, he's giving it another go. He's managed to get the reload off. Really don't know how he stays alive so long. And now JUGi needs to ace it to find the pistol here for us.
Oh dear.
4 of the 5 kills needed coming from JUGi. But not quite enough. Heroic, they're going to grab the defuse. They're going to lock in the pistol at him.
Going to be full of utility, and throwing it down Banana has put Magist in quite the spot. He is burning, he's blind, and he's going to get broken through the smoke as well. That's an AK gifted over if Stown does please. Of course, he doesn't know it's in play, so he doesn't want to drop his gun in the middle of a smoke, but Astralis will avoid it.
The grenade actually blew it back up towards top Banana, hilariously, so it's that much more retrievable. Or actually, wait, did it blow it down, Banana? I just saw the AK get blown away, and I think, yeah, it's found its way into the hands of Device. So, actually, wrong direction on that nade.
Oh, JUGi got cut off by the molly. He pushes, but Heroic actually timed their Molotov really well there, so he can't get traded, and that's left Astralis in this awkward man disadvantage situation. It will be a burn. Stown gets roasted in this round, but Device is trapped. Oh, he could go B. Oh, yes.
Look at him go. The Device that could. 1v3, and Tessez, rather, is already here at the top of Banana. Device, will he be ready for a man tucked in this cubby? Because if he doesn't anticipate it, if he doesn't check it...
Oh, the classic.
Oh, he's got himself a little smoke here, though, and he's dropped that down. This is going to... yeah, a little bit anxious there. Swing.
Cadian's crossed in the apps, but that was spotted by players in ult, so Zipex should be ready for a stairway push, but Cadian's beat him on the timing. That's so close. Zipex going round. He's going to check it, but not fully. And, I mean, can you blame him? Cadian is hit. An excellent timing, and he walked the entire way as well, so Zipex can't hear him. Luckily enough, kill going the way of Stown. Cadian doesn't take that frag in mid. He wants more. He wants a multi-kill, and he might get it as well. A resmoke needs to be found, but there's no one here to throw it, so Astralis are actually walking through mid. Cadian, he should spot them, but he might just miss the killing shot, the killing blow. Oh dear, this is not the gun for range, but luckily no armor. He gets away with 1, but that's not worth it at all. JUGi's going to trade. Luckily, Heroic is still in control of this round, and Dupree's been dropped up on the archway as well, so 1 by 1, these pistols should get ridded of this round, and the bomb dropped in middle. It's just Zipex left alone.
Yeah, I'm with a Tech 9 and a Dream here. Here's Mr. Zipex. And he has caught himself a timing into the B bomb site. This is a very interesting round because Stown had pushed all the way down ramp, and so he has already called for this rotation. But that's a bomb plant for Astralis, a bomb plant that they shouldn't have found, honestly. I don't really know how that one gets given away. Zipex just catches the most phenomenal timing up through Banana.
Counter-terrorists win.
And no is the answer.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's not like JUGi's bringing such a level that Astralis are desperate for him. Like, we need JUGi to AWP. Like, Device is better, and that's why he's mainly AWPing over. So I don't think the frequency would change, apart from when we see the double AWP. But, ooh, that's quite a lineup. Testes getting two, dropping off the cart side. He gets pushed back by the Molotov, but will remain inside of the site. And Astralis can't get this plant in with him here. So Device trying to come up long has been flashed off, and will have to use some utility to stay alive. Heroic are really trying to push that kill. Testes is still here. The re-smoke's come down for his team, and that's even better. It's brought him more time in the site, but ooh, it's making a lot of noise. The Molotov actually burns him out. That's a CT molly as well, landing in the smoke. Testes firing off, but he wanted to buy so much more time there. He wanted to stay alive even longer.
I don't know just how many players actually lie alongside. Magisk is going to flash himself in over at short and starts to go aggressive. Ooh. Device now responsible for this entire long portion of the map, and Cadian, well, just pluck him from the round. Magisk, this is a hard spot to be in. They double peak at two different levels.
Dupree getting overwhelmed by a Molotov. That's going to send Astralis into this setup. Heroic may look like they have two here, but they've got three already. The first loss, down peaks out wide. He gets a double bomb drop. There's the trade from Zipex, but do they know? Are they ready? Borup is here. He's had a flash assist in the kill feed. That's information that Astralis will surely use to their advantage. They're going to be ready for a man here, and a Molotov will land, forcing him into the open. He's burning. They're watching for it, and Zipex fully blinded gets that kill. What a hero. You could think that if Borup peaked earlier, he probably would have won that round straight up. Now it's still on the cards. Now it's still up in the air. JUGi in a clutch.
Oh, and he stuck the bomb. Nico rushes this.
They're looking for just a round in this one. Another fast-paced one towards the A site. It's Nico inside the pit, hiding. Testes overwhelmed. Nico's still here, and they haven't cleared it out, but they should be ready for a second man. Short side, JUGi's jumped on his head, and Cadian is now cordoned out of the site by the utility. This is more like Astralis in this round, and Device is even pushing smokes just to make matters worse for Heroic. They might just need to save. Cadian's got low money on this AWP, and even hanging around is a bit of a risk.
I tried to figure it out as I said it. Look, everyone kind of knows what I mean, and sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. In this round, Cadian tries to go aggressive down through mid and finds some damage onto Zipex. But, you know, we've been talking about barbers. Let's see if Magisk is in the haircutting business as well. He's got his AK over towards the top of B, and he's looking to get very close to those scalps indeed.
Astralis with the 5-man execute here. They're going in, and they're going in quick. Stound's going to spot. He hasn't seen the bomb, but he's got enough info that it looks like a commitment. Borup is hiding inside of the pit, and he's going to mow them down a little off the side, and a little more off the top. It's going to be a chop here for Heroic as they mow down Astralis. Low HP on the remaining players. Now it's all on Zip. He can't do anything. What a spray down from Stound.
Operative word. Dupree runs out first and gets gunned down shortly thereafter. Play is just grinded to a hole. It is just, yeah, the momentum that they had is gone. They've lost a man early. They've not been able to recuperate it. Device hanging around in Boiler, and he's going to be the only man left at A for Astralis. They go back towards Banana. The bomb actually comes back to rejoin. That's JUGi lining up a smoke. That's going to get thrown over long side, and maybe that gives them a way to get out into the top. Ultimately, it does matter if they make it or not. They'll try and get into this A bomb site. Nico down in the pit. Also, as Tess says here, it's a double setup in pit for Heroic. Borup in the bomb site has done enough anyway, and this round is over. It's Heroic with this A side stack.
Not the places that you want to get off at.
I was going to say a timing and maybe a kill from it. Now, while Device doesn't put up a frag, JUGi will. And Borup is very, very low, but he still somehow holds the line down. 4 points of health, by the way. Even trades the AWP out with Cadian, and now finds himself with the big green gun in hand. Borup's really looking to get stuck in. He's got 4 HP, and he's leading the charge. He finally gets dealt with, but it's only Dupree left. And while the rest of the round...
It's a mow down, a mop up, but he's not going to commit. It's down on Banana, shuts down Device. That's a solo player there. The rest of Astralis hitting A, and luckily there is only Testes left here in the pit on his own. Astralis, they have 1 man to get past.
Not able to be enough of a nuisance down in the pit, and Borup has been mollied out from Library. Now wrapping up short side, and a Molotov also tries to cut him off, but he responds to it with aggression. He goes through and tries to close the distance over here at short side. He will
back on that side of the map, so they've got to kill the man in the pit.
Oh, this time they're not able to do that. Dupree, helped out by gravity, meets an unfortunate end. JUGi now all alone, and while he does dispatch of the man in the pit, there are a lot of guys on the other side. Even like, oh, there we go. Yeah, bomb plant denied.
Beat you to the site, so that's always the danger.
Well, speaking of speeding things up, Tess says he's got his running shoes on, and he's run himself into the ground as Dupree finding him up in the apartments. An attempted aggression doesn't work out for Heroic, and now they sit in a 4-on-5 out of the gate. They respond to this with a very, very pre-Heroic. Astralis are grouping up for a B play, and Stam waiting at sandbags. He's gone unchecked, and he's waiting. He's biding his time. The longer he stays here, the more effective it is. And Stam can take it all away right now. Second time is the charm for Stam.
Oh no,
and Borup actually nades him from the round. Borup gets a little jealous, I think, as he brings down back down to earth. A rotation in from Astralis. This does send them back the way of Cadian, but he is here to hold this A site all alone. A lot of weight on Cadian's shoulders now. They're wrapping up through short, they're wrapping long, and Dupree missed shots onto Cadian, drops the molly, tries to stick around, and is somehow still alive. He's gonna fall back. He's gonna fight this.
We can't hang around here forever, but he does get the kill. Not punished for that headshot angle. It does work in his favor, leaving things in a 2-on-2. Magic drops the orb, and now it is just on Nico's. It won't give him a thing, and Magic's peeking off the back of it with a flash to follow. He's going to find all three. Great round from Magis, coming alive, and not even the Astralis round written all over it. Ooh.
Oh dear. JUGi here saving the day.
Checked him.
Saving the day. Don't worry. JUGi and Dupree, they've got it under control. Everything's fine. No one's even worried. Astralis, 5 on the board. Quite the... Doesn't find any damage on the back of it. Actually, he really does. What am I talking about? Device is brought down very, very low in those nades.
Okay,
and
good.
Dupree in a bit of an awkward spot. Is full flashed in middle.
Cadian's on meme patrol.
Indeed he is. P90 fans around the world rejoicing right now. A Famous as well. It's just a day away from the meta. We've taken a bit of a holiday here. It's the Famous doing damage, immediately getting put to a close. Here comes the rotation, and Cadian immediately throws that P90 away. Mows down to...
If they win this pistol, Astralis might just get blown out of the water. If it goes the other way, then the comeback can come in. It's a fast B play though. Heroic don't want to wait us wondering, wait us leaving, or leave us waiting rather, as they run into the bomb site.
Yeah, quick little stumble here and there, and Heroic, they are all low. These nades have found a lot of damage. They're closing the gap, but there's still more Astralis players here. Every time they kill one, there's even more. Zipnik's hiding in the smoke. It's chaos, and oh, he's going to go ahead and take down another 2v2 now. And Nico, with 1 point of health, one itty-bitty little point of health to his name. He's trapped over in dark. He is stuck at the back of this bomb site. This leaves a lot of the pressure of this round on a man like Borup. Now, this bomb is under Astralis control, but look at Borup, right? Like, no one say anything because it's a very long avant-garde play, but he's going on this big flanking through T-spawn. Now, they do find Nico. We kind of expected it. We kind of knew it was going to happen because we put all our hopes and dreams into this man right here. Let's see if he can deliver. He's come in through this CT ramp.
No, he's dead.
Taken the long way around, but ultimately...
The Go TV, like I said, I was going to, but you know, sometimes things
we got
happen.
the kill feed at like a bare minimum, so you know, right now of course maybe everyone else can see what's going on, so there's one of the problems. I hear sound, we have the vision back, and oh, what do you know, we don't even need the score bot for this. It's going to be just the lowdown for Astralis. We didn't miss.
He's favoured or expected to take, and Device doesn't want to let them do it either. He's pushed all the way down. I only just noticed that's Device's 4th kill in this map. He's having a bit of a slow one, and considering how good he was on train, that's quite a change, right? He almost 30 bombed that map, so you know, Device maybe warming up into the second half could be a big difference maker here for Astralis. Gets a kill in this round, is traded by Tessa's Deeg, or pistol rather, puts a weapon in his hands, but I mean, unarmored and low HP. Heroic walking into a meat grinder.
Yeah, and there's a reason they call it that. Kind of does what it says on the tin, doesn't it? They all get ground well. It buys even more time because Heroic have had to wait for this molly to go out, and now they try and push him with it. An array of smokes, an array of flashes going to come on through on the back. JUGi up here on the boost spot does get blinded. Device fares no better, and goodbye B site hold. Everyone falls in a matter of moments.
Wow.
Bomb plant found. We're up to the road to Rio that just very recently came to an end. Device started that looking pretty slow, and then he warmed up into the swing of things and became a real talking point for Astralis.
Well, what's
what do
happening
you
right
know?
now?
What do you know, Hugo? It's almost like Device. He started slow, and now he's become a real talking point for Astralis again. 2 kills in this round, and Device, another one. He goes from 4 to 7 at the end of play in this round, and a chance maybe even at another. He's aggressing into the top of mid, and Device.
So, Astralis back in the swing of things, and Device, dear oh dear, he's only just starting to come alive now, and that can't be a good sight for Heroic. They're going to lose Borrow Pass to hold down B.
JUGi forced off the angle, but this is where Zipex's molly and also the spray from this M4 have done a bit of damage. Lent a bit of a hand to Astralis. This rotation of Nico with the bomb is a long way away, and Cadian's trying to gimmick his way through the CT smoke, decides against it, and that is definitely a safe play from Cadian. Device holding top mid. Get pressured. Does remove the first man. That's Cadian biting the dust now. Still 2 players here at this ace of B. Oh, most definitely. And, Device. Oh, where is he been? Oh, first half, he was absent, and now coming alive. Boy, do you feel his presence in this server. But look at Borup. Speaking of presence, this guy has got a lot of ground at long. Device is going to put him back in the earth of which he runs on. And now Dupree looking at short side. Testes has snuck past already, and Dupree is not aware of that. So he ends up getting blindsided. Device now alone in the site. This has gone from looking great to very worrisome. Device up close and helped out by Zipex. This round might be saved after all. Cadian trying to make a big old play, a big boy play here in the 1v3. Damage onto Zipex, not quite the kill, and backing up. Who into? Device. 3 kills in that round there. They don't want to risk throwing out too many nades if they're not going to get good value out of them. And Zipex, the accountant of this team, he's run the numbers and he said, this nade, that's worth it. $300, I bring a bunch of players low, and now they commit to the B play. Zipex, good for a couple before he gets dealt with, and now Magic's arriving on rotation. The rest of the squad falling in line behind, and Magic's decides, yeah, I'm not in the business of waiting around. I'm just going to push this one. I'm going to get it done. And, well, he certainly might have. Borup, this guy's surviving. Not able to close it out yet in a very big way as well. Everyone here for the Heroic squad. And if you want to look at someone who has to deliver some heroics, well, for that, we're going to be looking at Mr. Dupree. Now, I hope everyone has thanked Mr. Dupree today, because if they haven't, he might not have the energy to have this big play from Graveyard that he so desperately needs. So let's see. Has everyone shown him enough gratitude? Dupree dodging the shot of the AWP, and he does manage to deal with Testes. Now sprinting through the long smoke is going to be the other 3 for Heroic. They deal with the man inside of the site. And a bomb plant now found. 3 on 4 in the retake. Do Astralis want to give this one a go?
What a shot. Device knocks Borup out of the round, jumping across, and now the retake's on. Kit's available. Molotov in the site pushes down to the back, and Magis is going to flash the fight. He goes above, and he will go down. Down, taking some damage. Nico the same, but Cadian's already killed JUGi on the corner, putting Device in a clutch that he would...
I can't read. That is a problem.
We're a round down.
We are almost all tied up. Heroic just 1 away from doing exactly what I said. And that there is called planning for the future. But maybe that's not a future that we're going to be a part of. Device does get the first kill. Dupree surfs his way down on the back of his shiny M4 and now has this position down in the pit. Now for Heroic, they'd lost a man early on. This might send their game down throughout B. And so the fact that they've discounted it entirely, this has almost got to be an apps drop here from Heroic. They are committed. They are going for it. And Testes down in the pit, the first man in. And also the first to fall, but maybe the first of many, as one by one Heroic they get churned up, and this might be a flawless round for Astralis.
How the hell did dupreeh get 2 kills there? He was full flash. That grenade will kill him. But he was full white as they came at apps. He hides in the pit. He doesn't even take a blind shot. And then he just swings.
And it does have JUGi in tow if needed.
Nice.
And with Cadian already holding the angle, that is nothing more than a man advantage for Heroic. Still 2 players here at B, and that smoke from Heroic is going to do a good job of maintaining that for Astralis. Magisk is even looking like he wants to try and play this arc, but actually goes past it and swings on out. Borup able to find him, and this A site once again falls to dupreeh. A lot to ask of this man, and he's not able to answer the call. The bomb will go down. It will be a save for Astralis. Ooh, bit of an exchange, and Borup is going to come out ahead. Does take a man down through the smoke. Now, Heroic, they've been good in these man advantage scenarios. They've usually been able to find success on the back of them. And so in this round now, they go back towards B. 2 players here. It's JUGi and Zipex. And Zipex is going to get boosted on up for this CT position. Now the utility comes in, but the timing on this boost is great. Wow. Zipex immediately reaps the reward, puts it back in the advantage of Astralis. Very well timed from him and JUGi at the B site of play. And now for Astralis, you're 4-on-3. You've got utility, and Zipnix is still finding kills through the smoke. Hello! He does try and go in. Nice trades onto Cadian, and this is going to leave Testes in a 1v3. He's trapped in pool, looking for a way out, and he thinks he might find it here at the coffins. There's only one man here to swing wide, and JUGi has that kill dead to rights. It's match, and now series point.
Oh, sorry, if they lose here, they die, rather. They lose the series, rather. But they don't take a clean round, is what I meant. Then they could be lacking for the last. Right now, though, they're just thinking about round. Forget the cleanness of it. Testes opening up in mid. It's going to be a quick drop-off of apartments for Device, but Magist still sits here, and he'll need to because Nico's coming in from that position. Heroic up on long with 2. They've smoked off Deep Arch. They're fighting for CT right now. JUGi's trying to cover that with Zipex, and he'll rotate back towards B as Zip takes these fights. He's dropped 1. The trade is in. JUGi might need to reconsider, but instead, the bomb's left A, and that might have been heard. Device is pushed short. He hears the footsteps. He knows they're running back, and JUGi has to be ready on the B bomb site.
Ooh, they're going to try and catch him, and Device plays it to perfection. But now we look towards JUGi. Now we look to the new boy on the block for Astralis to try and hold this B site, and he is not able to do so. Neither is Device in rotation. Magisk 1v3 to deny a 14th round to Heroic, and he's not even attempting it. He wants to hold on to the AWP.
Pretty good stuff. Heroic want to take top mid at a bare minimum with Stour holding on to the banana. They have at least been given that much control. Magist letting them get away with it, though. He's going to peek on the long corner and get away with a big couple of kills. Magist finding 2, going to flash his teammates up the short side as well, but he's actually been orbed on the repeat. Cadian gets control along, and now Astralis need to dedicate a player to that position. You can see Zipex coming off of B to try and support Spawn. Now, that does mean JUGi can't afford to die inside of the B site. He's playing very safe with his utility and needs to probably get some of that down, because Stour could contact play into this site. Zipex has now got to come back and watch his position, and that means Device is split up from dupreeh on A, where the bomb is heading. Or not.
Yeah, it's all a little bit unknown right now. It's very much hinging on the information that these guys are able to get, and they will try and hit B. Zipex playing in the pool, and there is a man on the other side of this smoke. Now 3 men to be exact, and that might be too many men. Zipnik's going to try and hold the line. JUGi in the back of the site. This Molotov that JUGi still possesses could be huge in buying time here. And he's going to hopefully throw that in now. Follows up with a nade first. Zipnix with the spray down. And they get stopped in their tracks. The molly comes in. Cadian, does he manage anything here? He gets the first, runs on in. And to his demise, Astralis, they solidify the victory here on Inferno.